We have talked much of civilization and barbarism. Just what is civilization? Where does barbarism leave off and civilization begin? We can hardly conceive ourselves to be the sole possessors of the only true civilization that the world has ever known. Egypt, Babylon, Greece, Rome. In many ways, each of these civilizations was superior to ours, just as ours in many ways is superior to them. What constitutes the barbarian? The Grecians called the Persians barbarians, yet the Persians were as highly developed as the Greeks, in their own particular way. The Romans called the Gallic and German tribes barbarians, yet these races were superior to the later Romans in courage, honor, and honesty. The Saxons that destroyed the British Roman civilization of Britain were called barbarians, yet they were better armed, better trained, and knew more about the arts of war and voyaging than the civilized people they dispossessed. These same Saxons and the Franks later called the Vikings barbarians, yet these Vikings built the best ships the world had ever known, knew more about navigation than any seaman before them, created poetic sagas that have never been surpassed for strength and beauty, and introduced into the world a spirit for exploration and adventure that has not yet faded out. You say the attractions of a barbaric life could not exist without the perspective of civilization. Yet, if we call the Vikings barbarians, do you not think that they found their life good without that perspective? The sagas hum with self-glorification, with praise of the whale path and the glory of the foray. Dull, mindless clods, mere hulks of inert dead matter? I cannot agree there. Such men as Eric the Red, Leif the Lucky, Hrolf the Ganger, Hengist, they could not have been feeble jelly-like organisms, groping blindly through the scum of primordial night. They were alive. They stung, burned, tingled with life. Life raw and crude and violent doubtless, but life just the same, and worthy to be classed with the best efforts of the intellectual side of man. As well say Davy Crockett, Sam Houston, and Bigfoot Wallace were masses of dead tissue moving sluggishly through the slime. Because a man lives an active life, rather than one of study and contemplation, does not necessarily imply that he is dead from the neck up. If it wasn't for the workers, the scholars would be in a hell of a jam. That is from a letter written by Robert E. Howard to his good friend H.P. Lovecraft in 1933. Hello, my friends, hello, and welcome to stately Vaughan Manor, and welcome to Cimmerian September. Hello, my friends, it's time at last for Cimmerian September. Roger and I are very excited. So we are just here in this short little video to welcome you to join us in reading this month every single Conan story written by the great Robert E. Howard. You can find them in this volume. This is the Complete Chronicles of Conan by Robert E. Howard from Gallant's. Or you can read what I'm reading, which is the 3-volume set of Conan the Cimmerian from Del Rey. I have started this morning reading this, The Coming of Conan the Cimmerian, which is Volume 1. Having a great time as I knew I would, and I hope all of you will as well. Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Cimmerian, a very interesting character. And if you only know Conan from the films, as many people seem to do, you will be surprised. This character is an interesting character. Barbaric, yes, but also a very intelligent character who knew his business, and his business was war and conquest and some other things. He has plenty of adventures in the prehistoric Hyborian age. They're fantastic. No one could write like Robert E. Howard, so I think you will have a great time with these stories. So, welcome to Cimmerian September.